Oilers Nation, what's poppin', as Tyler would say? You're watching our giant pregame show presented by Sherwood Ford, and I personally believe that this is not our last pregame show of the year. Game 4 tonight. I know that we do not have fans across the world, hockey fans across the world, do not think that the Oilers have any chance. But if the boys take today as just one game ahead of them, and not that they have to win 4 in a row, I do think the Oilers have a chance, and I'm seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Jay, Tyler, what do you think?
Wow, it's a long tunnel, but you must have good eyes.
Honestly, I mean, like, I think that if they go into it just being like, we have to focus on tonight, and the last 2 games, you know, are done, and we're able to. We played a solid Battle of Alberta in the second series. We haven't played good hockey like that since, but we're capable. Maybe, just maybe. I'm trying to be positive.
No,
here.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Like the hat says, right, Jay?
Hope will never die. It's true.
It's
true. It's true. It's just, yeah. Can they win tonight? Absolutely. Should they have won Saturday? Absolutely.
Yes.
Should they have, could they have won game 1? Absolutely.
Yep.
But here we are, down 3-0.
Not the spot you want to be in, per
Not
se.
ideal. I believe, though, at the record, 4 and 198 for teams.
4 and 196.
196. Okay, so not as bad as I thought.
So that would be roughly a 2% chance. So, you're saying there is a chance.
Okay.
And, Tyson Barrie said it, and the line Barrie gave at the press conference today was, you can roll your eyes all you want, but you really have to take it one game at a time. And
Yes,
you do.
100%.
All you have to do is sit there today and be like, hey, let's just go back to Colorado. You just got to go back to Colorado. That's your only goal tonight. You sit in the room and say, boys, pack your suitcases because we are going back to Colorado no matter what.
Yes.
I'm just a little bit worried that they won't have that mentality, because if you're a guy in that room who has been playing through injuries, and there are a lot of them, and guys we don't even know about that are probably playing through stuff, you're probably, if you look at this as a mountain you need to climb of beating them 4 straight times, I'm worried you might sit there today and be like, I'm not getting on that plane again. I'm done. I'm out of gas. And I really hope that's not the mindset today.
Then there needs
They're
to be,
competitors. These guys
they
are
have
competitors.
to be. There needs to be that one guy in the locker room, and I know it was Jason Spezza for the Leafs when they kind of face adversity. There needs to be that one guy in the locker room that absolutely lifts this team. 4 teams in NHL history have come back from a 3-0 deficit in a playoff series. It's not impossible, maybe not likely, but miracles do happen, hey? And we just need a solid guy to step up, get the guys going. I do think that the Oilers are facing injuries. I will be the first to. I mean, we know Draisaitl's hurting. We know that Nurse is hurting. I think, Jay, you might have been onto something about McDavid. We don't know that, but I do think that we haven't seen McDavid as good as he was, obviously, against Calgary. And he's always been good, but, not at that level. So maybe they are facing some adversity, but we also see teams really change the tide. Jay, I'm worried about you, man.
Yeah. So, you're a little down in the dumps today.
So, Saturday, you could feel the energy and the magic in the air. There was all this good shit happening in the city. Biz gets his head cut. TNT is there. Gretzky's in the building. The Trues are playing in the mosh pit before the game. There was all this cool stuff going on. And then you get into the building, and then it's electric.
McDavid.
And then the anthem, it's electric. And then 38 seconds in, I think it was, McDavid scores, and you're like, we got it. And the building was buzzing. Then 5 seconds after the McDavid goal, 5-minute penalty. That sucked the air out of the building.
But then they killed it.
But then they killed the 5-minute penalty.
The crowd goes
Vegas
crazy.
Golden Knights, that's what you do when you got a 5-minute penalty, is you kill it. And that's against one of the most lethal power plays in the league. We did it. I was like, whoa. Then we own gold. And that kind of killed the buzz again. A little bit. And then we go in, and then that Nikushkin goal was...
Oh, but that... And then just to keep building on the game summary here, you get there's the bad bounce of the Nurse play. It goes in and squeaks past Smith. He probably should have stopped it. And then they go back the other way, and they played good for the rest of that period.
They did.
And there's that one that sits on the goal line.
Sits on the goal line.
And it's just, for me, that's why I had a bit of a pit in my stomach when the period ended, and I thought about that moment, and it was like, if you're going to beat the Avs, you need to get the bounces. And then the Oilers, it's not that the Oilers weren't getting the bounces. The Avs were getting bounces. And when you're playing a really, really good team and you don't get the bounces and the other team does, that just makes it exponentially more difficult to win.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
I'm worried about Jay right now because I've never seen Jay this like.
Well, it's just it was just
deflated.
because like that, like literally, I'm like I'm in the moment at this game, and I'm just like, this is so special. And even when we're down 2-1, I'm like, this is still like I still believe. And then McLeod scores. And then I was sitting with our good friend Carrie McGowan from Trilogy Oilfield, and fortunate enough to be sitting in the loge. I stood up on my chair and started high-fiving the tables behind me. I was so amped. And then that was a power play, right? Bush hits the post, which sucks.
Yes, that
Because again, one of those things, a bounce,
And then-
right? If it's
and then got outworked by Comfer.
Yeah.
Which sucked already. Like that sucked, and losing that battle. And then Smitty let that in, and it was like,
I think you're going through stages of trauma. Jay has the entire game memorized from like moments that made him feel really good to moments that really broke his heart. But honestly, I don't know about Oilers Nation. Let us know in the chat. I actually feel that tonight will be a game that the Oilers win. And I don't think we look at it right now as they need to win 4 to go to the Stanley Cup final. I think that we look at it as they have to beat the Avs tonight.
yeah, give me a game 7. But no, it's just that's all. Like there's a couple things, right? So like that was like, and then then I walked right out the building and then walked all the way to 121st Street from Rogers and had a donair.
Oh, how was
That's how you drowned your sorrows.
Well, I was able. They had the garlic sauce, so I was able to mix, which was good. But I had to eat my feelings a little bit. And then it's today. It's game day, and it's gloomy outside, and it's like it's weighing on me. It's weighing on me. But yeah, we're down 3-0. I believe. Just win tonight. Get us a game. Get us another game at home.
Yeah. One thing I've realized, or when you guys, and when we're all watching playoff hockey right now, each of the 4 teams left in the playoffs. So we got, they all have this superstar D-man on their team, right? Like the Avs have Makar, the Rangers have Fox, the Lightning have Hedman. I think right now, and that could be Nurse for the Oilers if he was healthy. We all know Nurse is battling an injury. I think that that's kind of what's setting the other teams apart from the Oilers right now, is that we don't have that like bona fide superstar steady defenseman that can take the Oilers to the next level. You watch Cale Makar and what he does for the Avs, and he's been my favorite player to watch this series. And I say that respectfully and obviously, unfortunately for the Oilers, but I think that that's a gap for the Oilers right now. And hopefully tonight that they can figure that out and decrease those minutes for Nurse, because I really feel bad for him.
I know he's in a tough spot.
I agree.
I like this one from Brant in the Facebook chat. The kid and I are on the road from Calgary, flying the orange and blue. We got this. How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time.
Hell yeah.
And
No one's eating whales.
Well, I mean, it's the
The
analogy.
figurative whale. A whale that's made of cheese.
Yeah, a whale that's made of cheese. And that's the mindset, right? It's just, tonight, you focus on tonight. You treat
just win tonight. Win tonight.
Yeah, treat it like it's a game 7. Go out there, throw everything at the Avalanche that you possibly can. Make life as difficult as possible on them. Make life as difficult as possible on Pavel Francouz as well.
Yes.
He's had it easy.
Yes, I agree.
He really has. And, I talked about maybe being worried about the mindset of the team. One guy who we know is just wired in a way that he will never take his foot off the gas. That's Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid is absolutely not just going to roll over and say, I don't want to go to Colorado
He
again.
believes still.
Yep.
He believes. He'll get the room believing. It's just, it's a slog. We should have won that game.
It's okay.
And that's
We should have won that game. Like and that was probably that's the best we played in terms of like defensively. We killed we were great on special teams. Like killing off a 5-minute major is pretty impressive. And just
at 5-on-5 in the first period, they only allowed 1 shot in 11 minutes. Like that first period, they played so good.
So good.
And when it ended tied, I was just kind of like,
I know.
It was just like, how are they not winning this game right now? Then even in the second, I thought they kept pace like pretty well, just didn't get the bounces. And I mean, the goal in the third, it just can't happen. Like I know Smith made some huge saves. He's the big reason, probably number one reason the penalty kill was good. Yeah. But like
he needs to make that save.
You got to stop the Boosh. I know.
Like, come on, man.
And if it was, like I said, I know if it was an inch and a half one way, it misses the net. If it's an inch and a half the other way, it's in the back of the net. And we're probably talking about a 2-1 series at that point. But
I saw it. McLeod scored. I'm like, this is gonna go. We're gonna get our money's worth tonight. It's gonna go to OT. Connor's gonna score. City's gonna explode.
The script looked like it was playing out perfectly. I was even talking to some people during the second intermission in the beer line, and I was like, here's the recipe. You get a goal from someone you don't expect, and you get a power play goal, and that's how you do it. Because at that point, it was like game management. You knew they were getting the next call, right?
Yeah.
And then sure enough, McLeod scores, and then they get that power play late. And I'm like, that's the script. You knew it was coming. Like the unsurprising goal that we'll remember. And then just the power play's got to go pedal to the floor and hammer them. And I actually thought it was a good power play too. Like they had some looks. They were in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
They just felt like they were dangerous.
Hit the post and then lost a battle.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Everyone's bringing up Holloway in the chat, so we should talk about that and Jay Woodcroft bringing him in.
I love it. I think
he doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you're missing 2 of your top 6 guys, no Kyler Yamamoto, that's confirmed. Evander Kane suspended for a game. So Holloway is locked in. Like, you need skill, right? Like, you're not going to win this game by playing Devon Shore on your second or third line, right? You need to get some energy and some skill in here, and that's what Holloway's going to bring. He's a big body who skates well and has skill. That sounds good to me.
Oh man, I know that is a hell of a situation to throw him into, but we'll see. I'm excited. What's that?
I would start him and I would have him on the blue line, and I'd want him to have the moment of hearing the crowd go nuts when they say, like, starting at left wing, number 36, which is what number he's wearing, by the way.
Gross.
So if you want to get your Holloway jersey ordered up, 36 is the number.
For now,
yeah.
Oh, is it because he's 9, isn't he? Normally.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
He's going 3 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, where would you put him? So right now at Daily Faceoff, they have, and this is the Yegberger lineup report, Connor McDavid with Hyman and Draisaitl is penciled as the top line. Holloway, Nuge, Puljujarvi is the second line. McLeod, Cassie, and Fogel's the third line. Is that what you do, or would you change it up?
I feel like for Holloway, you have to put him in the top 6. So I guess, yeah. Like, and we gotta win, so you gotta stack McDavid and Draisaitl. We need scores, we need goals.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny now with losing those two, kind of how the depth of our team was a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, you've lost
shattered.
You've lost 33% of your top 6, right? By those two being out of the lineup. So like, it makes sense that. Yeah, like you look a little bit weaker than you would. Brad Malone's also expected to play tonight. I didn't mind the effort.
He was fine. Well, you're always going to
get
get an effort from Brad Malone. Yeah. That is for sure. You can book it.
And Woodcroft obviously trusts him. They spent a lot of time together in Bakersfield. I would be really tempted to just, like, you know the saying, like, you're in for a dime, you're in for a dollar or whatever, right? In for a penny, in for a pound. You just put Holloway with McDavid and Draisaitl. Who cares? Just throw him out there, whatever.
And then move Hyman
down, create a little bit more balance, maybe. I don't know. Like I maybe don't think Holloway, Nugent, Puljujarvi can like really produce. But like just say screw it. Just like if we're gonna play him, let's just put him in the best spot possible and play him on the top line. That might be too much pressure, and I think that's likely why we see Holloway lower down the lineup. I could even see him playing with McLeod and Fogel getting a bump up.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like Austin says in the Facebook chat, baptism by fire, right? Like just throw him in there. Just go. You're playing with McDavid.
Hot fire.
Hot fire. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are making me feel a little bit better.
I mean, like I woke up this morning and I was like bummed out.
Yeah.
I did a hit with Sportsnet in Vancouver, and they asked me what I was feeling going into the game, and I used the line like, at that point, it felt like I'm going to a funeral tonight, right? Like I was down in the dumps. It's rainy in Edmonton, like hard to get the energy up. But as the day's gone on, it's just like, you know, this has been an unbelievable run.
Yeah.
It still is an unbelievable run because it's going on. And I don't want to, again, steal from the funeral line. I don't want to eulogize this thing yet. Let's just win tonight. Like, let's not look back on the season or anything like that. Let's just win tonight.
Let's just win.
Tyler, while you're at it, everyone is asking about the romper.
Romper didn't work.
Did you wear it?
No, I didn't wear it because they didn't need it. It wasn't a must-win game.
What do you mean romper didn't work? You wear it.
But tonight's a must-win, so there you go.
So you're going to wear it tonight?
I'll wear it tonight. I'll be there.
All right, I love it.
There you go.
I love it. All right.
All right, everyone.
He's a man of his word.
When it's must-win time, it comes on.
So you're going to wear it 4 games in a row?
Hey, I'm going to be living in that
It'll
thing.
be an honor to wear it 4 games in a row.
Can you imagine if that actually happened, though?
Then this thing needs to go in the Hall of Fame after.
It might make its way there, yeah. Some sort of Oilers Nation Hall of Fame we'd have to start.
Unwashed. Would that not be the most like Oilers, you guys tell me, Oilers storyline ever, where you guys, all Oilers fans are deflated, depressed, concerned, And then at some point, you guys turn it around, win 4 straight, and every game in those 4 games, you guys are sick to your stomach.
It's like an Oilers thing. It's such like because we love being like streak busters.
Yeah.
So and good or bad. So 4 and 196. I would say that's a bad streak. And then doing it again, then somehow like Colorado going into a fog for 4 games,
but backup goalie.
Yeah, no.
Maybe he gets cold.
It could be possible.
Kadri's out.
So no Kadri, no Kane tonight for the Oilers. So those two likely offset each other. What do you think of the hit and the suspension? It's frustrating. Like it's on one hand, it's frustrating because Landeskog got away with taking Yamamoto out of the series. But if you're Kane in that moment, I know his explanation was like, "Oh, I'm bracing for the reverse hit," but you don't brace for a reverse hit by putting your crossing.
It wasn't a hard shot though.
Yeah, but it's a dangerous play. You got to recognize what area of the ice you're going.
Yeah,
right? He took advantage of an opponent in a vulnerable spot.
85% of the time, that outcome doesn't happen with the with how intense of a shot that was. But you can't argue the result. But the thing is, we see shit like that happen to guys all the time. And no call. So I thought the 5-minute was damning enough.
Oilers killed it.
And the Oilers killed it, but whatever. They can't. It's a game, I guess.
It's crazy to think that without knowing it, we might have just seen Evander Kane play his last game as an Edmonton Oiler. Hopefully not, but that's like the possibility of the situation.
Yeah,
it's not happening though. That's off-season talk. Tonight they win.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've said coming since the start of the show.
I know, and I'm starting to buy into your positivity.
I was the only one excited and positive. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Well, yeah."
They gotta watch
McKinnon. You're going to a funeral.
I said that was my mood earlier today. I've changed my mind. No one's died.
McKinnon has gone after Draisaitl's ankles twice in that game. They called one a penalty.
I know. If I'm an Avs fan, that's kind of a little embarrassing to me. Watching Kane hurt Kadri, I hated that. Yeah. That never sits well with me because I want best on best, right?
Yeah.
And for me, McKinnon doing that to Draisaitl twice, if it's once, you could be like, heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But then on the one that was called, you stick out your leg again on his leg. And it's just that's kind of embarrassing that you're Nathan McKinnon. You want to be, one of the top 3 players in the NHL, and he is, but you want to be known as the elite of the elite. You don't do that. Connor McDavid doesn't do that. Come on, man. If you want to be a superstar, you don't act like that. That's my take on that. Anyways. There was a sloofa. They missed a sloofa.
Yeah, I just say call it. That's all.
Call it, yeah.
If we're going to suspend Kane and throw the book at him, you just got to call that stuff too.
And for a guy who his complaints per 60 would be relatively high in the NHL, and Nathan McKinnon, for him to be doing that too and getting away with it's annoying from a fan perspective how every year the Avs always top of the league or close to it in penalties drawn per game. They're always up there. And they're always up there in complaints about the officiating as well. And then they do greasy stuff and get away with it.
Which is amazing. How, complaining normally doesn't fall out of favor, not in favor.
Yeah, usually. But it's not the way it goes for them. So, I didn't like that at all. Didn't like it at all.
All right, boys. Where are you putting your money? Points, bet of the game.
Connor McDavid to score.
Yeah, Connor McDavid to score.
You went all in last game.
I went big because I was trying to manifest, but I did get Connor to score first. So which offset a lot of my loss.
I still lost money a little bit, but the McDavid to score first and McDavid just to score, I went heavy on him.
Yeah.
It was okay. We did
Hockey
okay.
Gods came
I think
just my heart was broken, not my wallet.
I think I recouped 75% of my money with the Connor to score first, which was
Does he do it again tonight?
Score first?
Yeah. Connor's going.
I like him to score at plus 105.
I believe in Connor.
Connor's going to be the guy tonight.
McLeod would have paid dearly last game.
Yeah, he would have. What is he tonight? I mean, he's having it. That's going to be one of the big takeaways from this playoff run is the Oilers got something in Ryan McLeod. And we kind of knew that before, but this cemented it. They got a player.
He definitely played better because the game before he was kind of hot potatoing the puck, but that was a great goal.
Great goal. Another bet I do like tonight, Mike Smith over 32.5 saves at minus 130 on points bet. He's hit it twice in a row. I think he'll have to be big tonight.
Oh, Colorado, look at the shots. Colorado's going to get shots on us. we are not strong enough defensively to slow down the shot output from Colorado. And so we just have to have Schmitty to battle. And we have to get our shots up. Our shots have been low.
Yeah, our shots have not been where they need to be. I think I'm going to bank on the Oilers probably putting a lot of rubber towards Pavel Francouz tonight, as they should have for 2.5 games now. But I think they will tonight. People are wondering if there's odds up on Holloway to score.
Yes, everyone's saying Holloway
I want to check
score the
that out.
first goal.
Oh,
Could you imagine?
That'll pay.
You can imagine. No, I'm actually not seeing Holloway on here.
Yeah,
It'd pay good, though.
it would pay all of it.
Yeah. The Oilers are dogs to win, by the way. I know I just saw someone ask that in the Twitch chat. Aroo. Big dogs, home dogs, plus 115 on the money line.
Speaking of dogs, thanks for getting Cash to join the
my
hot dog
gosh.
video. I just saw the first edit of it.
I can't wait to see it. Cash, he's so excited for hot dog.
Oh, that's,
He told me it was an honor to be in the video.
that's good stuff. Stay tuned.
God, I hope this
Liam,
isn't the
any
last
bets?
one.
I know.
Oh, yeah, Liam. Who
Producer
I like.
Liam.
I'm just betting on the Oilers.
You
to
didn't
win.
eat any bananas last game, but what did you do?
I had rum with banana tint.
What the hell is a banana tint?
It had banana flavor in it. So
You
I
had
just
banana flavored rum.
drank that. And it
Oh,
definitely helped.
like a banana rum.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I worded that terribly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just Oilers to win. That's
Yeah,
all we
just
need.
fair.
just win.
Yep.
I think, and I'm going to keep the positivity bubble going because I feel really good today. So this has to mean something. There was a point in the regular season where none of us thought the Oilers would make the playoffs. Then Jay Woodcroft changed the tide, got us into the playoffs. Tyler, you predicted the Western Conference final. Not a lot of Oilers fans did. Here we are. There's an opportunity for them to just do one game at a time, be present. We saw them play some of their best hockey against Calgary. We need the superstars of this team to find another level. We need a Zach Cassian to come out and humble somebody. You know, we need intensity. We need heart. We need speed. We need to score. We just need them to come out and play like it's their last hockey game because the reality is it quite possibly could be. At the end of the day, though,
Give us one more
Oilers
memory.
fans, though, at the end of the day, win or lose, they have to be so proud of this team because no one saw this coming at some point in the middle of the regular season.
You know what you've all done, all you Oilers fans, all us Oilers fans, is as you get deeper into the playoffs, there's less teams in the league to focus on. And you've done an exemplary job of showcasing Edmonton to the world. Like the
Yes.
BOA caught, it was national news because it was the BOA and it was the big storyline in the NHL.
Yeah.
So anytime Edmonton was featured, it was awesome madness, the moss pit, the singing of the anthem, the vibe of the city, and we got all the way to the Western Conference Finals, so we're even more on the radar of every hockey fan. So everyone in Edmonton, every Oilers fan around the world, you've done a phenomenal job during this
Yes.
time. You've really put Edmonton on the map as like the heartbeat of hockey, and that is so cool.
And let's get loud again tonight.
Let's get loud again tonight. Why not? It's a Monday. Get a little silly.
And this isn't goodbye. This is see you soon because we're going to be here for another pregame show. I'm manifesting that right
Wednesday.
now, guys. I
See you
feel
Wednesday.
it. I feel it.
Don't book a tea time for Wednesday, folks, because we got hockey to watch still this week.
Yes, we do. All right, everyone. This has been our giant pregame show presented by Sherwood Ford. And go, Oilers, go!